Hello, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back. If you're hearing this on Apple or Spotify, welcome back to my podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to update my Q&A, get to know me. So I had a previous one, but that's a little outdated. So I just wanted to create a reintroduction. Cool. If you don't know who I am, my name is Haji the Poet. I am an entrepreneur, a creative in all sense of the word. Cool, how do you say it? In all sense of the word. In all senses of the word. Anyway, you get the point. So I'm using a random question generator currently. So let's start. The first question is, what makes you happiest? God. Let's talk about it. No, for real. If you know, like, that was the one question, then you know, Scott. He makes me the happiest. I feel like nothing else compares. You know, nothing comes close to God's love. And, you know, of course, God is your creator, you know, Source is your creator. It's like He knows the depth of your being. He knows what makes you happy. He knows what makes you sad. He knows your inner being. So yes, that's what makes me the happiest. A close second is music. The second question says, if you were to start your own business, what kind of company would you create? I've already started my business. My company, you know what? Shameless plug. My company is called Haji Realty, and we are dedicated to bridging the gap in access to housing for underserved communities. Currently, I'm working as an investor, wholesaling. If you know any investors, if you are an investor, let's get in touch. Also, I'm not gonna talk about my plans. I'd rather execute. So I'm not gonna talk about. I do have, Anyway, yeah, let's keep going. I'd rather see it through. Then I'll talk about it once it comes into fruition. The other question is, on bad days, do you like others to cheer you up or leave you alone? Leave me alone? You know what? It really depends. It really depends on the situation. There are times where I just want to be by myself, you know, go out, go into nature, or just have a day to myself. Usually what I would do is get cute, go out to eat by myself, or go somewhere where I can read, write in peace. There are days where I would like to be cheered up, but I'm working on communicating that, you know? It's a balance for me. It's a balance. Some days I don't, some days I do. Yeah. Some days I do want people or whoever, friends, family, partner, would want them to cheer me up, and some days I don't, I just want to be left alone in silence. Yeah. What is your favorite school subject? My favorite school subject was definitely creative writing. I loved my creative writing classes. All of them. All of them. And I know people don't like to write, but I'm a poet. I'm a writer. So, yeah. Next. The next question asks, what inspires you? What inspires me is seeing people in their element, seeing people doing what they love to do wholeheartedly, going after their dreams, pursuing their dreams. I love seeing that, and that personally inspires me because I aim and I do the same as far as, reaching for my dreams and goals. I like to be bold. I don't care to live a mediocre life. Not interested in that. Nonconformist. What is your favorite winter activity? Okay. I don't really care for the cold. I don't like being cold. I do love, the sweater weather aspect of it, like as in fashion wise. But aside from that, don't really have a favorite winter activity. Staying in the house, protecting myself from the cold. Is that one? Moving on. Emails, texts, or phone calls. I'm a text kind of person, but depending on the occasion, I would do phone calls, business calls, or calls with my family, calls with my husband. Otherwise, I prefer texts. Oh. Do you volunteer? If so, where? If not, where would you like to volunteer? I used to volunteer and I want to get back into it. I remember volunteering at the grocery spot, which was such an amazing opportunity. It's essentially a grocery store for those in need, somewhere where families that don't have enough to eat can go and get groceries for free. I would love to volunteer with them again, but their schedule doesn't align with mine anymore, so I'm not sure if I can do that. Where would you like to volunteer? I would love to volunteer with Lifeline or Humane Society. Are they the same? I don't know if they're the same. I think they're different. Yeah, they're different. But I love animals, so I wouldn't mind volunteering with them. I would love to volunteer with there's this Hosea Helps, I think it's called. I would love to volunteer with them. I signed up to volunteer, but the day that I was gonna go, they ended up rescheduling it, or what was it? I think they canceled. Yeah, but I would love to volunteer with them. How do you waste time most often? Scrolling. It's a trap. It really is a trap, because sometimes when you're on social media, they make the videos 7 seconds or shorter to keep your attention, and now hours later you're scrolling. I don't like it. I like to take social media breaks, but sometimes I feel like because I'm a creative director, because I have my business, I feel like I have to market some way, so skip. If I lived 500 years ago, if you lived 500 years ago, what do you think your profession would be? I guess that's considering where, like in America or in Somalia. If I lived in, Somalia 500 years ago, I would probably be somewhere near the sea, chilling. chilling. I would be a nomad, really and truly. I would be a nomad, just traveling, chilling, near nature. Describe your dream boss. Me. Yeah. I'm gonna skip that question. Yeah. Not that I haven't faced any. No. What is your favorite quote? My favorite quote is, of course, by one of my favorite all-time poets, Maya Angelou. And it is, when people show you who they are the first time, believe them. The next question is, what was your longest relationship? I'm guessing I'm not sure if you know, I guess they're referring to like personal love relationship. I would say a year and some change. That was my longest relationship. On a platonic sense, my longest relationship with a friend, like a platonic friend, is since middle school. Bro, since middle school. How long has that been for me? It's been a minute. Probably more than 10 years now. But yeah, I had my best friend. She knows who she is. Not anymore, but I miss you. My bad, sis. I'm healing. But yeah. On another note, please put some effort into really and truly. It'll save important relationships. Because I feel like I've lost some really cool friendships because of my pride, or because I just lacked the emotional intelligence at the time to do what I needed to do to communicate how I felt. But we're improving, so keep going, Haji. Would you rather win the lottery or work at the perfect job? Why? Is that even a question? Like, this is actually a question. Of course I would like to win the lottery, my guy. What do you mean? Of course I would love to win the lottery without people knowing that I've won the lottery, for one. And also, the perfect job. No, I get like doing something that's fulfilling, but I would rather get that quick cash. I know there's a lot of perspectives. People are like, oh, you know, if you get a lot of money really quickly, you can lose it just as quick if you don't know how to take care of it. But what? Like, I feel like God has blessed me with the discernment to be able to handle money, you know, so I pray that he helps me in that situation if that ever occurs. So yeah, I'll be all right. And it's always gonna be winning the lottery. If you could travel to the past and change one event, would you? Which one and why? To be honest with you, there is one thing that I would love to change. However, now that I'm in a place where I understand why certain things have happened the way that they have, I wouldn't. I'm happy to be where I am, to be who I am in this moment. I wouldn't change that for anything. The good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. Have so much gratitude. I feel like it really built my character. Built my sense of humor. Know what I'm saying? Oh, don't die on me. It's on 13%. How long has this been? Anyway. Describe yourself in 3 words. Bold, radical, and a free spirit. Yeah. Do you have any pets? Not anymore. I used to have a cat. If you've been with me on this channel, you already know Hendrix, my baby, little tuxedo cat. I miss him so much. But I ended up giving him to an associate. Yeah. But you know what? It was worth it. I know he's in a good place. I know he's in a good place. He's gonna be all right. I do plan to have a pet though coming up. Like, I've always wanted a dog. I've always wanted a pit bull. So I'm gonna get one. I'm looking forward to that. The other one says, what is your favorite quote? I think I answered that question, but I do have another one, so I'm gonna let you guys know anyway. And that quote is, it's a part of like the whole thing. I'm trying to remember the whole thing, but it's You Are the Universe in Ecstatic Motion by Rumi. You should look up the full quote, because the full quote is not coming to mind, but it's all very beautiful. What is something that always makes you smile? Good music. Yeah. Just the thought of it. Look at me. Yeah. What is the last book you read? The Millionaire Next Door. Good book. Highly recommend for any of those people that are interested in self-development. Nah, I don't want to answer this question. If you could switch lives with any one person for one day, who would you choose? That's such an interesting question. For one, I'm not really trying to switch lives with anybody. I don't care, to be honest. Just for one day. Just for one day though. Okay. Ooh. Bro, Jill Scott. I just know she's lit. Like, I know she's lit. I would. Just for one day, I would. Yeah. To have that voice, baby, I wouldn't shut up for anything. If you can make one rule for everyone in the world to follow, what would it be? Being kind. Imagine that. Mind you, I know that might be challenging, but it's possible. So, who do you live with? It's getting a little personal, isn't it? I live with my husband. Yeah. Who knows you best? God? What is your favorite thing to share with other people? Music playlists? I love that. Especially if, you know, if others have the same music taste as me, I really appreciate being sent playlists. What kind of elderly person do you hope to be? A hippie. I want to be that one, you know, that one lady that's like just very fashionable, very classy, very much radical, you know, like, you know, go and explore the world. Be yourself, express yourself, you know. I want to be that cool. First of all, I am, and I feel like I'm already there. So once I get there, well, not elderly, but you know, I'm already like, my personality is already yeah, that's what I want to be. Just cool, that cool older person, the one that people go to for advice, for wisdom. Yeah. What is your most random impulse buy? Most random impulse buy. I guess that light. Really, it wasn't and was at the same time, because I was being intentional. I had a sun lamp, yeah, I guess that's what it's called. I have two, but they only have one color, and I wanted a colorful one, and I saw it on TikTok Shop. And you know how addictive TikTok can be, so. But yeah, I think it was well worth it though. Look how beautiful that color is. It's nice. If money were no object, how would you spend your time? I would spend it traveling the world, really and truly, and doing my podcast episodes, music, being in nature, half if not a majority of the time, writing, reading, giving back, volunteering, motivational speaking. What else? Yeah, that's what I would be doing. And you know what? Most of those things I already do. So yeah, I'm blessed enough to say, not even blessed enough, I'm so blessed that money is not an issue or a concern for me. And I'm so grateful to God for that, because I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've experienced extreme poverty, and I've experienced a lot of wealth. And wealth to me doesn't mean like the same wealth that a lot of first world country people feel like, you know, what they feel like wealth is. And not even just first world countries, but a lot of people assume that wealth means having a lot of material possessions, or, you know, having excess currency, money. But to me, wealth is waking up knowing that I have a roof over my head, I'm well fed, well clothed, good, can pay my bills. That's wealth to me. And yeah. Wow. Thank you, God. I'm just like looking back at the times where I've experienced just a lot of just transitions and, you know, house insecurity, food insecurity. You know, just I'm looking back at those times, and I can't help but feel like all of that was for a reason. because now more than ever, I feel like I can resonate and relate to the causes that I contribute to. It's like when you've walked a mile in those shoes, you can definitely come from a place of empathy. Not saying that you can't otherwise, but just it hits different once you've experienced that firsthand. Once you've experienced those extremes. Yeah. Do you work better in the morning or at night? I feel like I work better early in the mornings. There were times where I was waking up hella early, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I feel like I was the most productive. I had my whole day planned out. I feel like African parents be like, if I work, look, in the past, if I woke up at 12 or 11 or something, I just recall my mom saying, you know, the day has already gotten away from you, you know? Meaning that, why are you waking up so late? Meaning, why are you waking up so late? You could have been being productive, you know? And having a African/Muslim mom, you know, she used to wake up early in the morning, always wakes up early in the morning to pray Fajr. So it's like, yeah. I used to hate waking up so early, and then to do wudu and wash my cold water. Okay, so anyhow, that's all done. Now I wake up for fun. But yeah, you know, I think I've done enough. I'm gonna do one more. It says, how do you prefer to exercise? I'm doing this routine now where I do one day on and one day off, and I think that's how I prefer to exercise. I mean, like, if you mean like the details of my exercising, I like to do cardio first to get the blood pumping, and then I like to go into strength training. But it varies. It really depends on the day. But I'm so grateful now that I have like a set routine, set schedule. Health is wealth. Take care of that, y'all. And that's all. Thank you so much for tuning in to my podcast /vlog. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope that you've been able to get to know a little bit more about me with this reintroduction. Much love and light. Peace, peace.